I can say I'm on the road, but not meaning that I'm hustling on the road. I could be on the road doing something else.
There's ways to make it sound better, like faster and something.
On Friday, our final ceremony will be here from 1 p.m. So just blast through for like an hour and a half, bust some champagne, I'm lying, I'll bust some fruit juice for the rest of it. Come get your certificates and we're good. And then my bus was burnt down, like completely burnt down in an arson attack. Yet again, another setback, like a big setback. This is our business hub gone.
What really struck me actually was how much he dealt with that year, from getting this project off the ground to, you know, the terrible situation that happened with Rico.
I heard from her like a month later, and she was like, "Yeah, are you coming to the Leap Awards?" So I'm just like, "Yeah, alright, cool." So after my son's been stabbed, bus burnt down, I'm like, "Yeah, cool, nothing to lose, I'll go in it." Bloomberg building, really amazing space, you know, a lot of great organisations were there. So when it was like the winner is United Borders, I was absolutely just dumbfounded. And then obviously I've gone up and made a speech, and then I was just talking about Rico, and they got a bit emotional. Then there was this one group called Miriam, and they basically said, "Look, we're moved by the story, we want to do more. What's it going to take for you to get back out on the road?" We had to wait a long time, and Annabelle had to do a lot of negotiating with Miriam to eventually get the funding. 6 months later, we bought this bus.
Trying to find some studio time. Man, it's hard around here. Everything's so pricey.
So this was like, look, in a month's time, we're going to do some partnerships around the world. We want United Borders to be our main partner for the UK.
The son has got me on the gas thing, that's why I came with the sickness of flows. And all I gotta say is your pats are dead. Like, what a door.
Free studio time, you meet new people.
And they're quite supportive, not even in just the music side of things. If you need to come to them about private life, sex and family still.
The media thing kind of started to gain momentum. I don't know one family member who feels it's safe for their family to be travelling anywhere in London. But you see deaths every single day, and you're telling me it's actually safe for your 3 teenage children to be on the bus. I want to be in your world. I want to be in your world where it's so safe, because I don't see it. Families are not seeing it. I think at that point it was just like, you know what? A lot of the people who are so-called in charge of certain affairs, they don't have the slightest clue of what's going on, but then they're given the biggest platform to talk on the things that are going on. After that was the infamous Piers Morgan interview. Piers asked the question, I answered the question, and then it turns into what it turned into.
If 250 knife murders had happened this year, and 95% of them were involving young white males, right? I would have exactly the same attitude towards rooting out young white males
and
stopping
no one is going against that.
As I'm
it's
having
the way you deal with it.
You don't think I would, right? But I'm telling you I would.
I'm not saying that. I said the difference is you'll see a resolution with a lot swifter than our community, because there's been a neglect when it comes to the black community. There has been neglect from governance, from policing.
But I can agree with you about that. I can agree with you about that.
No, but my thing is you don't become the moral authority,
I'm not the moral anything.
Yes, you have tried to position yourself that way. You're actually advocating that black people should be happy to be stopped and searched.
That's my reality.
I came across the bus and then told these guys to come. I was like, yo, this is like a music bus. They were like, okay, cool. So they came around and then decided just from there, really, just start working with the charity and stuff like that.
So Sonus have given us the funding. We've secured some private funding as well to basically go out there and deliver the work for 6 months. We was quite active straight away. So we had like the music production part of it delivered by Emma on the beats, Marlon Nicholas. Fitness side of it delivered by Stephen Graham. Brooklyn as well, doing some of the engineering work. So initially it was just really about, you know, creating music, creating fitness, and trying to bring all these things together. I really started to see the United Borders as a collective actually start to make some really serious inroads. So then we do our first trip to Cornwall in the summer, and that was with a lot of the young people we've been working with previous.
Not only were we in a place where we haven't been before, some people were like, we were doing things we've never done before too.
We joined up with Mentivity. They brought some of their kids from South London.
Meeting new people and building like bonds and relationships with them.
Sam Hamilton that works for First Grace to come and do the yoga. It's not just about doing things in inner cities. It's also about getting young people to see that every environment is your environment. Don't feel confined to your spaces that you're in.
My resume is looking a bit healthy right now. I've done a Sunless advert, been on the BBC, you know.
You gotta learn off their mistakes. You know what I mean? Like, look at it like a guidebook. Like, they went the wrong route, but now they've changed, so they can show you what that route was like for you not to go down that path. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of people who, like, when they were younger, had a lot of talent, but just lost it to the streets. So I think them showing you, like, listen, this is me now, and I could have been here. So I just look at it as, I don't want to be a couple of years down the line and be to say to someone, oh, I could have done this. I want to be a guy who's, look, I've got this and I've got that. You can have it too, you know what I mean?
I put on so much weight, and I feel more comfortable in myself and my own presence also too, which is very nice. I've started working with kids, helping them do self-defense classes.
Cousin Oni, amazing dancer, who also helped out with the dance practice as well with Claudia.
I realise how important it is to have something that builds your confidence, gives you life skills, but also allows you to occupy your free time in a really productive way.
And we worked with Sam Hamilton to deliver the yoga and Jayu to deliver the yoga as well. We then covered the Channel 4 piece with Goldie and, you know, working with our young people, talking to them about life a bit and just doing a yoga session with them. And then in turn we went to his gig.
We had our friends coming down, H had his girlfriend come.
And for our young people, this was all about like, well, it's a middle class settings, you know, very different.
We was confused, we didn't really know like what was happening. We wasn't used to the environment because there was just a lot of people and some people just doing yoga.
Grown men in lycra, holding poses and stuff, you know, everyone's like, oh, it's amazing. It's that crowd, right?
We enjoy yoga, be surprised. We actually enjoy it.
We didn't know we were going to perform.
Yeah.
They weren't really intimidated by it all. They were just kind of like, okay, cool, this is what's going on, we get it. But then we weren't sure how the performance was going to work.
Everyone came to the stage, it was like, it's Goldie, everyone's coming, everyone's packed in, so we were just dancing, and we see Goldie like speak to his second-hand person, whisper in their ear, and then they come to us, and we're shocked, we're like, oh, he wants us to come on stage and perform.
No one was anywhere else. Everyone was there. They see us and they see us go up. They're like, what? Who are these guys? I thought they were just, you know, and then we perform, we're going crazy, they're going crazy with us, and then we come off stage and they're like, now we're back in the crowd. So it was like, it was an experience.
So my childhood best friend Damien hits me up and he's like, listen bruv, I've been following what you do, I love it. And you know what, I'm gonna do a run this year on behalf of your charity. So I was like, yeah, that sounds cool. The process, they raised over £2,000 and it was just like, wow, you know, again, that's £2,000 that we don't have. And it's just when people decide that they want to come together for the power, you know, the greater good of charity, the impact is immense, you know, and people like Damien and the whole Rough Runner crew, I'm fully appreciative for. Next, we're working at Box Park for the weekend. That's United Borders bus out there doing what we do, teaching young people production. We put the graffiti together with a man called Mark Rowe, and we was also responsible for our young people actually performing on stage.
That was my first proper live show, like Box Park, like that's a big thing. Like I got my own like personal studio where I've been going like before United Borders, like recording my own songs. I've been doing videos as well. But still United Borders is like a little booster for like opportunities.
The thing about us, we don't really care.
If it's big or if it's a small crowd, it doesn't matter.
We're still putting the best show for everybody that's there.
They actually moved the crowd, and you know what? We're looking very forward to the next one. They've done us proud, done us proper proud.
Most of our opportunities this year were brought to us like by United Borders, through them, through working with them and stuff like that. So it's definitely been like
family.
They did help us like push us, not just musically, but as like people too.
So the other project we're really excited about is the United Borders podcast. It's created by and for our young people. We've had some incredible visitors already, and in a few weeks our first podcast will be on air for everyone to download and listen to.
The podcast is basically like our thoughts and basic questions we give to other people about how they're doing in their personal lives and their preferences, etc.
The day after Box Park, I've come in the morning to move the bus, and as I've come to move the bus, I'm noticing that cupboard doesn't look right. I'm like, oh, okay, so we've been broken into. Someone decided to just ramshack the bus, tear off doors, and steal every last piece of our equipment.
People donating guitars, drum kits, all sorts of things. People getting in touch from all over the country and beyond.
Within the first week, we've gone from 700 quid to like £3,500, you know. Everyone really donated, people phoning.
We wouldn't exist without the kind-hearted nature of those people, so we're so grateful.
I contacted Annabelle and I was like, listen, we should do a surprise party for Justin, get the barbecue out, get over with some friends. He's been going through a lot, the bus just been robbed, he's been working like every day.
We decided, you know, why not? Because like obviously he's been doing everything to our bus and Justin's the one that made this happen, so why not?
We literally stayed there from sun up to sundown, sat down and just ate great food around a fire and that, and it was just, again, you're doing all of this for young people. You actually forget that young people, when they're ready, will do things for you too, you know. So for me, it was again like a really proud moment that, you know, the family had rallied around and actually done something, you know, to really, really pick my spirit up, and my spirit was low. So again, big up to the whole team, big up to JP, Emma, big up to the whole crew for actually putting that together. Annabelle, thank you.